became an umpqua fly, and now you can't get it anymore. So if you want it, you're going to have to tie it. Alright, start by giving yourself a good thread base. The tail on this guy is going to be olive variant rabbit. I don't want it too heavy. Tie that all the way up to my thorax to maintain an even body. And I'm going to tie my rib, which I'm going to use yellow V-rib. The original pattern calls for brown, but the particular drakes I'm matching with this fly have really strong yellow undertones. And the body dubbing I'm using is going to be MFC Frog's Hair in the color Green Drake. And you can adapt this to any color scheme that matches the green drakes in your area. Green drakes, they vary quite a bit from stream to stream or region to region, so feel free to switch up. So I'm just going to dub a pretty robust body here. I want my dubbing to be tight. So I'm not going to put on thick, I'm just going to put on thin and then wrap it as tight as I can. Okay. I'm going to rib my V-rib up. Good tie off point there. I'm going to back my thread up just a little bit here. And I've got some black deer hair. You can also use moose, but the water I'm fishing is pretty turbulent and it sinks flies real easy, and so I'm opting for less durability with the deer hair but better flotation. If you want your fly to last the longest, use moose. And so I'm going to tie it in tips forward. I got a pretty heavy stack here, and I want it about the length of my body. I'm just going to start wrapping it down. I'm going to move all the way back to my thorax here. Right there where I stop my body dub. Check my eye, make sure I still got some room. Alright, we're in good shape. Keep wrapping, make sure they're good and tight here. Alright, now, normally I would clip these right now, but when I clip them they're going to flare and they're going to get in the way pretty bad. So what I'm going to do instead try to keep everything out of the way. Let's grab some lead wire. And use it to hold everything out of my way, just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to create the split in my wings. Let's see, lift her up, see where we're at here. Come underneath. Look at it head on and split them in the middle. That looks pretty even there. So I'm just going to do some figure eights in between the hair. And I'm not making really tight wraps because I don't want it to flare. And so now I'm just going to create posts on each side. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to tie in the post for my hackle stacker. So I'm going to use poly yarn for this. Now I'm going to tie in my two hackles. I'm using olive grizzly and standard grizzly. Lift up my post. Pick the furthest one and I'm going to start wrapping. And you want to measure your stopping point. So that's going to be my max height right there. I'll go back down. Okay, I'll kind of pull everything out of the way. Make sure it's tight. And I got some deer hair trapped there, so I'm going to get that out. Tie her off. Clip hackle 1. Now hackle 2. Again, come down, pinch it off, getting your deer hair trapped out of the way. And side off. Now I can take care of any little loose hackle fibers I have. Alright, now I'm going to pull all my hackles back, move my thread back. Add a little more dubbing. Bring my thread back in the middle here, and on this one, this is not true to the original pattern, but I like it better, at least on the upper Columbia. Seems to fish a lot better, so I'm just going to add rubber legs to each side. And the beauty about these are that if you're finding that on any particular day they're not working as good, you can always just pop them off. You're not stuck keeping them. So typically on big dries, I always add rubber legs, because some days it makes a big difference on effectiveness. Other days they can hurt you, but they're not hard. You can just pop them off if you don't want them, but it gives you that option. Now I'm going to dub over them. Alright, put my thread up at the eye, and take my hackle stacker post, bring it up over. I'm going to split it a little better first though. Bring it down nice and tight. Oh, come on. Alright, so I got a wrap on there. I'm going to pull it hard, get it nice and secured. Make some wraps underneath. Really get it locked in. That's not something you want coming undone. At this point I can whip finish. Alright. Right here, if I had it handy, I'd add a little light duty head cement, something that's going to penetrate well. I'm going to take my poly yarn and clip that. Take my legs, get those out of the way. Now I'm going to take my deer hair back, all those butts, set them free. Try to grab them all, come up, clip them short. Good time to trim my legs here. I don't want them too long, not like a stonefly. So I'm going to X them about the length of the hackle. And there you have the victory drake.